From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Darrell W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, June 22nd, 2016. Silver is trading at $17.27 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,270 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $671. Antiwar.com reports the FBI is always pushing for more surveillance power and has recently called for an amendment to the law regarding what data they can get without a warrant. The law right now lists things the FBI can get, which the FBI called a typo, insisting those weren't meant to just be examples and that the FBI could get virtually anything they want at any time if it's terror-related. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, backed by several other Republicans, introduced exactly such an amendment last night, aiming to give the FBI unfettered access to, among other things, the web browsing history of all Americans. The ACLU was quick to come out against the plan, saying they are strongly opposed to the plan, which not only dramatically expands FBI surveillance, but also makes lone wolf parts of the Patriot Act permanent. Senator Ron Wyden is so far the only official in opposition to the move, saying it would unnecessarily expand the government's ability to conduct surveillance of Americans, though the Justice Department rejects the FBI's arguments that they are always meant to have the power. The current surveillance-happy makeup of the Senate makes it very likely it will pass in the absence of more vocal opposition. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports the senior member of Pennsylvania's congressional delegation was convicted Tuesday on numerous criminal counts related to corruption stemming from an indictment last year that also ensnared several of his political allies. Representative Chaka Fattah, a Democrat, was found guilty Tuesday on all federal counts, including conspiracy to commit racketeering, wire fraud, mail fraud, falsifying records, bribery, bank fraud, money laundering, and making false statements to financial institutions. The jury delivered its verdict following a month-long trial in which prosecutors said the congressman repeatedly bribed others and stole campaign contributions, charitable donations, and federal grant money. The U.S. Department of Justice outlined widespread corruption in its prosecution of Fattah, who has represented Pennsylvania's 2nd congressional district since he was elected in 1994. Last summer, a grand jury indicted Fattah and accused him of participating in various schemes to enrich himself. 4 others, political and business allies, were also indicted. They are Bonnie Bowser, Fattah's chief of staff, lobbyist Herbert Viederman, consultant Robert Brand, and Karen Nichols, the chief executive of a nonprofit educational alliance founded by Fattah. Fattah now faces the prospect of spending the rest of his life in prison. He will be sentenced on October 4th. If you're fed up with the government running every aspect of your life, but you're not listening to the Lava Flow podcast yet, what's wrong with you? Go right now to thelavaflow.com/listen. The Lava Flow podcast, channeling the flow of information to the libertarian, anarcho-capitalist, voluntarist, and agorist community. Subscribe today using any podcatcher at thelavaflow.com/listen, or just go back to sucking up to the government. The Lava Flow podcast, striking the root every episode. Reuters reports the New York City Council on Tuesday approved a law requiring single-stall public bathrooms to be gender-neutral in a show of support for transgendered people, according to the bill's main sponsor. The council voted 47-2 for the measure, which will take effect January 1st, 2017. Many New York City restaurants already mark their single-stall bathrooms without gender designation or as apt for both sexes, but the new law is meant to make the practice standard and recognize transgender people, according to Councilman Daniel Drum. Drum said this sends a message that New York City supports the transgender community and understands the issue. A law passed in North Carolina that requires people to use the public bathroom matching their gender assigned at birth rather than their gender identity triggered wide criticism and led a parade of celebrity performers to boycott the state. Drum said the New York City measure was also a nod to lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people following the June 12th Orlando massacre at a gay nightclub that killed 49 people, as he noted how the issue has galvanized people. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.